Hello everybody, welcome back to another 3 Minutes at 3.
Today we're going to talk about my workflow.
So this ought to be a fun little one. You guys have heard my workflow before. I've talked a lot about what I do in the shop on a daily basis. And now we're going to talk about Jessica and how she manages all the crazy in day-to-day life.
Yes, a lot of crazy it is.
Yes, I'm entertained already. Let's hear it, Jess.
Sure. So some of the things I do on a daily basis is I do a lot of stuff on the computer. Things like checking emails, things like adding new Etsy listings, trying to keep the social media going. I write a newsletter about once a month for our personal website, or our business website rather. Let's see, I also work on doing the SEO for the YouTube videos, and additionally I've added on filming some videos as well.
Yep. She helps design all the merchandise and collate with the people that we have make vector images and stuff like that, right? By the way, if you haven't checked out the merch store, link will be in the description down below. Definitely check out the merch that we've got. So
yeah. So like I said, a lot of the stuff I do is on the computer. And so when I'm doing those types of things, I try to have an uninterrupted period of time where I can just work continuously. And, we do have 3 kids and they are at home. And so sometimes that means they get to go over to Mammal's, and sometimes that just means they're at home and they're doing things that are keeping them busy, whether it's crafts or watching a movie or, playing in their room, things like that. But having uninterrupted time is really important towards getting a focus and continuing with it. It's not always possible, especially in my scenario, to be able to do that. So when I start checking emails, I'll spend a good 30 minutes to an hour checking emails, and I try to go around to the different sites and do that. When I make t-shirts, instead of just designing one, I try to design 2 or 3 because I know I probably won't get around to it for several more weeks, if maybe once a month. When I do the newsletter, I just try to sit down and do that all in one go and run it past Roy and gather up all the photographs and things like that.
Otherwise, it gets sidelined, and then it's almost impossible for her to get back to it. So.
Yeah. This is my clipboard here. I've got tons of paper on here. I'm a note taker, and I also make lists, and that helps me keep track to a degree. But then also, sometimes I write down so much stuff that it's overwhelming as well, and so I have to kind of go through and prioritize what's going to happen. And also, sometimes I just have to push aside other things to make some things happen. So for example, when we built this set, we had to just push off all our work for 2 days and say, we're going to build this set because we've wanted to for several months now.
Yeah. And that definitely interrupted the workflow.
Yeah, it does. But sometimes you have to make things happen that otherwise wouldn't.
Yeah, so definitely. So that's it for this 3 Minutes at 3.
Thank you for joining us.
And as always, God bless you.
And we'll catch you on the next one.